What's a good rhyme that has to do with hair? Because I recently got my hair cut. It was a bit too short, but it got me thinking. What's a rhyme that has to do with hair? Like, like a hair. You could say hair like a bunny. The hair. What rhymes? Oh, the hair was a male. Male kind of rhymes with hair. Male hair. The male hair. Bared. Bared like you're bearing a burden. The male hair. The male hair. The male hair bared. Heavy hair. The male hair bared heavy hair. Thus he paid a barber, but we need alliteration. So he boned a barber. He boned a barber. He boned a the male hair. No. The male hair bared a barber. So the bunny owns the barber. A male hair bared a barber. How do I get rid of A? I guess I can just keep it. The male hair bared a barber named Claire. But that's a girl. Named Sinclair. The male hair bared a barber. The male hair bared a barber by the name of bared a barber named Sinclair. And the barber was a bear, and the bear cut hair that was fair. Maybe it's better to go with alliteration. I guess for my alliteration, H would have to be the alliteration. Or perhaps I could switch between H and B for B for barber, H for hair. The male, no. Bing Bong Barber bared, what's a hair product that starts with B? The the male bear, no. The Bob the built barber bared hair. Hair here. Hi, said Bon Bon Barber. Bon Bon Barber cuts hair for bears that eat males for hair. Bear the barber. The barber was a bear. The barber was a bear, and the barber ate hair. Oh, the balding barber bared his hair. The balding barber bared his hair for his mare. Mare is like an animal. The balding barber bared his hair for his mare. For his mare. The balding barber bared his hair for his mare. The snuffy bunny was a hare. A snuffy bunny was a hare with hair so fair that the fairest hair had to be cut by the balding barber who made hair for his mare. The balding barber ate hair. The balding barber ate hair to grow. The balding barber ate his mare, thus to grow hair on his head for his friends and for himself. Thus he ate many hares and many mares, and thus he growed more hair, and he was balding no more. No more the balding barber, now the hairy hairstylist. And he was a male who bared hair. I guess you could have more rhymes if you just... Oh, cat. Anyways, okay, so if you just say like, okay, a bear. Okay, so anything with an A, let's just say rhymes with an A vowel. So walking, talking, just every letter I say has to have an A. Walking, talking, and body walking. No, it's fine, it rhymes. Walking, talking, and body walking, the barber who was bald. The balding barber touched his hair. Thus his hair became a mare, and the mare had a friend who was a hare, and the hare had the fairest hair of all the males and all the hares, and the fairest hare married the merriest mare, and they lived happily ever after, until the balding barber who eats mares and who eats hares came after to get them, and he ate them. And the balding barber was no more the balding barber, he was now the hairy hairstylist, and the hairy hairstylist had so much hair. The hair was so long it could touch the ground. The hairy barber. No. The bushy barber. The bushy barber bared very much hair on his head and on his bed, and the balding barber bared. What was I even saying? The balding barber, the pale hair bailed the balding barber out of forgiveness for eating his mare, and thus the balding barber became the bushy barber who loved hair and who ate all the hares and all the mares, and the mares and the hares will never forgive him again. The males and the hares and the mares all died, and the barber ate them alive, and the balding barber and his wife, the hairy hairstylist. But the hairy hairstylist no longer wanted the balding barber. He was balding. So the hairy hairstylist divorced the balding barber. The balding barber couldn't cope with his divorce. So the balding barber went into the woods. The balding barber came across a home of bunnies. And the balding barber needed to win back his wife. He was willing to go to any measure to win back his wife. So the balding barber need water. The balding barber was divorced by the hairy hairstylist. Thus the balding barber was divorced by the balding barber was divorced by the hairy hairstylist, and the balding barber bared his burden backwards. The balding barber bared his burden backwards, bulking, forwards, talking. The balding barber traveled to the woods, and in the woods the balding barber searched and searched. He lurched and lurched, and he found a home of bunnies. And the balding barber found the home of the bunnies, and the home of the mares, and the home of the hares, and the balding barber couldn't stand it anymore, so the balding barber ate the mares, and ate the hares, and ate even all the males in the town of the city, and the cities were busy, but the males were there, and the males were fair, so the balding barber ate all the males with the fairest hair, and the balding barber grew and grew, and he became the bushy barber, and the bushy barber grew and grew, a massive giant of hair, a little body with a lot of hair. The balding barber used his hairy tentacles to bear his hair, thus marrying no more hares, because all the hares and all the mares were dead, and there was no more marriage in the human world either, because all the males were thus bared by the balding barber, becoming the bushy barber and going into his tummy. All that was left was the females, but female rhymes with male, so the females and the males were all eaten by the bushy barber, and he became the bushy barber, and he went back to his wife, the hairy hairstylist, but she was gone, she was dead. She died of a disease. And the bushy barber could no longer handle this. The bushy barber couldn't handle that his wife was killed by disease. And what disease? The disease of fleas. Deceased. The disease of fleas. Deceased. The balding barber's merriest. The balding barber's wife. Thus no more fights. No more kites. No more heights. No more freight trains. No more bikes. The balding barber was all alone in the world. He ate everyone to become the bushy barber, and the bushy barber needed a haircut. Couldn't cut his own hair, but there was no other barbers left, and the balding barber became the bushy barber forever. Eventually he wished he could have just settled for his content life as the balding barber, but he couldn't. He can't go back in time. The balding barber had eaten all the mares, and all the hares. There were no bunnies left. He ate all the cats and all the bats, and he no longer had anyone to play with. And the bushy barber, he ate all the trees and all the bees, and thus there was no more nature. No more nature was bared by the earth. Fair share, except for the bushy barber. But the bushy barber found a pair of scissors, and he cut off all his hair, and he shaved himself bare. He was thus the balding barber again. But now he was alone. He ate all his friends. They were dead. The balding barber had nothing left to do in life. He lived out the end of his days in a pond, a place fit for a hairless creature, for he was completely hairless. Not his feet or his knees, nor his hands or his rubber bands. The balding barber swam in the pond, and all the fishes made delicious dishes for the balding barber because he just couldn't contain himself. The balding barber mourned and mourned, for he ate all the fishes and made them in the dishes, and he ate all the cats, and he ate all the bats, he ate all the trees, he ate all the bees, and he ate the hairy hairstylist, and he ate all the males and all the females and all the hares and all the mares. And the balding barber had nothing left but the water. So then the balding barber is a lesson for all of us not to get ahead of ourselves, not to get too obsessed with hair, to not eat the hares, and to not eat the mares. The balding barber is a lesson for us all.